The week passed. We were back in group and that was time for everyone to share. Michael started. He spoke about the ad campaigns that he had created. He had worked on some of the biggest ads in the country, campaigns we would see every day in magazines and on television. It was very cool to see what campaigns he was a part of. Joanne brought in her sketchbook and portfolio, with all of the designs and labels she had worked and created on. She passed her book around and it was amazing to see the sketches, knowing I had seen so many of them in real life. Joanne's accomplishments were equally as impressive as Michael's work. Russell went next and, as he spoke, I became increasingly more anxious. My heart rate increased and I was becoming emotional. He talked of his love for music, about writing songs, his singing and the gigs he's had. He pulled out his phone and played some music and started singing a song that he had written. The man had a great voice. He was talented. Tim was next. He brought in a scrapbook filled with poems, short stories, and songs that he had written. He selected one of his favourites and read it aloud to us. It was beautiful and heartfelt. He was a gifted writer and his poem pulled us in, revealing to us his pain and love, expressing his emotions in words and rhyme. My turn came. Fuck! What am I going to talk about? By the time Tim was finished, I was already crying. I couldn't think very clearly. I was taking slow breaths just to compose myself. I looked up from my chair, took a deep breath, and said, I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing that I'm proud of or that I've achieved in my life. I kept repeating the words. I have nothing. I have nothing. I have nothing. And Robin said, there must be something, Nathan. There wasn't. There was absolutely nothing in my life that I had done or experienced that I was proud of. Nothing that I felt any joy or happiness in, or that I could talk about and share with everyone. There are certain moments in life that we will always remember. This is one of those moments for me. It killed me. It broke me in two, and I slowly came to realize just how much of a scumbag and piece of shit I had been throughout my life and how many people I truly did hurt. I recognized that at this moment how my self-sabotage, my shame, and my reckless behavior had impacted and permeated all facets of my being. At this point, I felt completely powerless. It felt like I had just experienced the lowest point of my life, and I truly just wanted to be done with it all. I was nothing. I didn't want to exist anymore. I wanted to curl up into a ball and die. I had nothing to be proud of, and furthermore, my family, friends, and loved ones had nothing to be proud of me for either. This was my true rock bottom. I had finally reached it and couldn't fall any deeper. I couldn't even look at Robin or anyone in the group at that point. I felt so ashamed and empty. Just then, I heard a small voice reach toward me. You're here. This is what you should be proud of. This moment, this act of being here is the strongest thing you could ever do. It was Tim, that little smelly, unkept motherfucker who I never wanted to sit next to, had just handed me the most beautiful gift in life. And that broke me even more. Robin agreed with him, further expressing how hard I'd been working on myself to even get to this point. She told me to look up at everyone. I couldn't do it. I didn't want to. I did look up. I looked into the eyes of each group member, and one by one, I discovered that they were looking back at me with genuine love. Robin said, "You have support. You have support." She kept repeating it. By the third time, it was louder and with more passion. "You have support." She told me to say these words for myself. This made me break down even more. I needed some time to compose myself, to find my breath. The words finally came out of my mouth, inaudibly and only to myself, but I said them. She told me to say them again.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.